Here we go. All right, folks, welcome. My name is Michael Huggins. I got my co-host out of the Chicago area, Mr. Scott Rowe. What's up, Scott?
The old guys here. What's up, Phenom? How you doing?
I'm loving life. It's a beautiful day, and we got an amazing guest today. He has totally transformed his life from where he came from, being a struggling waiter, to now doing, gosh, hundreds of deals. I don't know if he's even been able to count all of the deals he's done, but he's been such an impactful person because he's shared his knowledge. He's built up a team around him. He's helped a lot of people change their life. We're going to get to know a little bit more about his story and how he did it. Is there anything else you want to add to that, Scott, before we turn it over?
I got a chance to hang out with these guys for 6 months down in Miami to build the machine, man. And unfortunately, we're on a COVID pause all over the country right now. But this guy, him and his partner Julian, were the easiest guys to work with, man. They were such great leaders, fantastic attitudes about helping people. Were accountable. They always there to make sure that people got their assistance, and the doors were always open, no matter where they came from, whose team they were on. These guys were just gracious, and I couldn't think of I can't think of anybody else that was easier to work with. It was a pleasure. It wasn't work. A lot of places where I went to were work. It was a pleasure to get on that plane and go to Miami every single week, because it was just, I'll do my thing, they're doing their things, and they made it easy. So I appreciate this guy. He's a fantastic example of what's possible in this group. So, Mr. Antonio Lobo, thank you for giving us a bit of your time, man. His story is awesome. You guys make sure you pay attention. And again, if for some, share the recording. This is going to be great.
All
Antonio,
right, my friend. Well, take it away. Come on out here.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Michael, to give me the opportunity to share my history. First of all, my English not very well. I never was in English classes, but I was in real estate investing classes. When I talk with people, real estate, I'm gonna be, perfect in that language. But sometimes when people speak to me English very fast, like a Scott Rowe, he think he speak the same thing like he going to drive the Lamborghini. That means it's 300 miles per hour. But yes, immigrant from Venezuela, 1996. I came this country in Miami International Airport with $50 in my pocket. I decided to stay here. I say this is my place for living for the rest of my life. The United States a really powerful and really nice country with a lot of opportunity. After that, I spent like 10 years of my life in restaurant, waiting table. I was in the line school. I was in the assistant manager pass for everything position that's, in the restaurant. But always I was W2 employee. I never get any restaurant. But you know what? In the middle of that transition of my life, I'm a 45 years old, by the way. 10 years of my life, I put it right there in the restaurant, which is, I say to everybody, I don't have more time, more second, 1 minute to spend, on those kind of things. I know, when we came this country, we need to do something, cost me 10 years of my life. But right now, thank you for this amazing opportunity. In 2007, I was really, really bad situation, because in the middle of that 10 year of my restaurant career, let's put it like this, because it's not what the career, I tried to looking for to learn real estate investing, and I was for the way, like a traditional way everybody doing, because they don't have a lot of knowledge, and sometimes we don't know where we need to go. And that was around 2004. I got my real estate license because I want to learn how to invest in real estate. But you know what? That decision jump. I jumped to the service. Let's put it like, I give you services to the people for 3% commission, buyer and seller, and half months of the rent for the landlord and tenant. I saw that, that one was really happy for me, because commission, it was really hard to get it, in the monthly basis. I stayed in the restaurant to keeping my part-time. In 2005, I decided to quit the restaurant job. I focus only on the real estate agent job. But in 2006 and 7, the market started to crash. And what happened is, in 2007, I was successful real estate agent, super broke. Successful because I have a lot of listing in the marketplace right there in the MLS. and really broke is because all my listing, all my seller was upside down. They're own more money than the market value. That means no equity on the property. I don't have, room to put it closing costs, real estate commission, nothing like that. And, my first time when I was looking for another opportunity in 2007, I joined to one of those meetings of our community. And, my first time when I heard short sale strategy, that beautiful acquisition strategy, it was in that community in that day when I was in there. And they're explaining a little bit more about that. I said, that's what I need to learn. In 2007, in the end, I put everything together to join to the community. I got, I watched my short sale class, but with so passion. And after that, I put knowledge in the marketplace. Because basically that business is like that. Get a knowledge, put that knowledge in the marketplace to get results. 2008, I was able to close my first short sale deal. I purchased that one 10:30 in the morning. I resell the property in the same day, 11:30. I hold the property for only 1 hour. I made 21,000. I know I can show check right now, but I put a check like this really far because we can do those, put those check because we have compliance all the stuff. But in that moment, 21,000 for me was a lot of money, and that's what I say. That's the only way I need to follow. Okay, I closed so many those short sale, flipping, get 10, 20, 30, 40,000 on profit, walk away. I don't put any money on it because I hold profit for 1 minute, 1 hour, few times. 2012 market changed. Market not changed. The regulation of the short sale lender changed. They're going to put restriction to resell the property. I can sell the property in the same day. I need to hold the property for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. And what happened is I put another strategy, which was the lease option. Okay, I put it, I close my short sale. I put in my end buyer. They're going to rent the property to me for 3 months, and after that, they're going to buy. And that way, I continue. 2012, I start to put that money. I put it together, in 4 years. That massive income money, I put it on the passive income. I purchased 5 rentals. I rehab the 5 rentals. I put it 5 tenants on it, tenant on it. And what happened is I was able to supplement my expenses with the money of the rent. That means I completed freedom because in that moment I was single, no kid, no nothing, no pet. And what happened is I feel really good because my passive income, they already supplement my debt, and that means I don't have to work. Let's put it like that. I continue to put more rental in my portfolio, and by the same time, 2012, I say it's the moment to do fix and flip. Okay, and I started to watch my fix and flip class, put it something together, my private harmony class, how you raise a lot of money to put in those projects. My first fix and flip I did with the 41K of my uncle. I get the money from the 41K of my uncle, I put it on the project, I give you back to them the profit, the investment money, and they was really happy. And right now we have a building together. Because this is another class I was, the retirement plan IRS, which is they're going to teach how we able to use the money of the retirement plan to invest in real estate. And what happened is right now I have 26 units, okay, in my rental portfolio, in 1 building and 14 different single family home. I already closed over 300 deals and fix and flip 62. Actually, the last one, it was like a couple weeks ago, which is this is the settlement statement right here, okay? And that deal is really special for me. It was the last one, by the way. The last one, I have more in this coming, but this is the last one. But I like it because I did that one with another people in my community, with 2 students in the community, and we, was really, I was really happy because the same thing happened with me in the first deal. Somebody helped me to close the first deal. That's what I'm doing with my people right here in South Florida. Help them to put something together and, get profit in the other day. In this year with the COVID-19, what so many things different changes. I was, I'm doing more like the last level of the real estate, which is lending money. In the past, I don't focus too much on this one because my fix and flip give me a lot of money. My rental, it was okay, my passive income. But, in the middle of those things, I say, okay, really, sometimes not easy to find a really good deal. Let's go to looking for people need some money, another investor. And I know so many people right here. And when I say, okay, I'm able to help you with your project, I start to doing, and this year, I already closed over like 14 different closing in the lending side, okay? Which is, I like that one because it's only do a wire transfer to the title company and go to the hammock and be right there and waiting for the next monthly payment. I mean, it's super awesome. That one, now I understand because we have four level in real estate, wholesaling, fix and flip, buy and hold, and lending money, which is lending money for me right now is super awesome. Maybe when the market changes, because I know this is another beautiful part for this community. I started this business, my business growth in the middle of 2009. If you remember what happened in 2009, it was, the crash, the recession. Now, maybe it's coming another one. Maybe it's not going to be really deep like in the past, but maybe it's going to be the same thing, okay? I know right now it's millions of people in pre-foreclosure, behind payment, 6 months, 8 months. That means for me, is, my short sale business looks like a study again. Right now, that's what I'm doing this year too. A lot of marketing with those pre-foreclosure lead. And now I have in my pipeline working on it 22 short sale. And now I know maybe I don't close that year, but I'm going to close next year. And that's what I like, that community, and that means the education, because when you put together this local support plus the education, is super because you're able to be there. On top of this one, in my life, Rebecca is my wife, and Kaylee and Camila, my daughters, tax and legal class teach me how I'm going to create a legacy. I mean, some people say legacy, I don't worry, I don't pay attention now because I don't have anything. But as soon as you have your personal residence or you have your life insurance, whatever it is, you're able to start to doing that. If you have kids, if you have family, because, we never know if we're going to be here and next day we don't be here. And the most important right now is, putting everything together to give you the best quality of the life of your people. Now my kid is in payroll in one of my entity, and I instead of to give you money to them or pay something to them, they are pay everything they are needed. I pay, my company pay them, and they're pay, the filter, the uniform, the gym, the classes of tennis, whatever it's gonna be. And that's the most important, because right now my kids, they understand how they're going to control their money. On the top of this one, I have, I create, it's another class I watch, like understand the credit plus business credit. They teach me, how I'm able to start to build those beautiful books, like business line of credit. And now I have over $1 million in business line of credit. And that's the money I used to invest in real estate. And that happened, the really good point on this one is, you have a lot of resources around you, and sometimes you don't know you have that. But that's the reason the knowledge is the most important to order to do that. I remember my mom, my dad, they are university teacher in Venezuela. The best thing I know is study, because, with those guys always on top to me, study. If I go to the beach with them and say, listen, this is the book, when I arrive there, give me the media, give me the conclusion, the resume. I say, oh my God, with those people. But, in the end of the day, help me a lot, because always they are saying, whatever you want to do in your life, you need to get the knowledge first. But the only thing they don't teach me is how the money works, because they was employee for the rest of their life. And that's something like I say, okay, they are doing good in one side, but they don't have anything, and always worry about money. No, okay, my salary, it's not enough for everything, and always was that. And that is the place like I grow, and right now, I teach my kid completely different way. Money is the tool. It's not something like we need to follow every single day. We need to put something together. My daughter, they help me a lot in my home office to do everything I need to do. And right now, the beautiful life I have, I don't have to go to everywhere. I have my home office. I have my office in one building I have. And they give me so many, so much opportunity to order to do. Right now, in my living trust, is the next the next person, not the person, but the next person is coming to my home is gonna be a little baby dog we already purchased, which in 2 weeks gonna be right there. And you know what I'm going to do with her? Because the name is Canela. The name of the dog is Canela. Canela is gonna be my living trust. Why? Because I need to add to my living trust. And that's something like they're going to help me, tax and legal class with Marco help me a lot to put those things together. And yes, that's, I enjoy the life. I'm a surfer, by the way. I like my playground is gonna be the ocean. Always I'm gonna be with my paddling board with my family out there. When it's wave, like right now, we're waiting for the hurricane. The little bit storm is coming right here in South Florida. I already have my surfboard ready to jump to the water because I follow those beautiful waves right here in South Florida. If the hurricane go to the another side of Florida, I drive it right there. It's gonna be that side, I go there. I try to catch the best wave in this, right here in Florida. I don't know if I, I think that is enough for me. I don't have more word in English to say to you because I explain everything. My vocabulary is gone.
Fantastic.
I got a question.
Yes, go ahead.
You still got the binder, bro? You still got the binder close?
Oh, yes, I forget to say that one. This is another one. This is my another book. This is book I have, which is, this is all deal I close. It's a lot of deal right there, which is like, that's what I say. Oh, thank you for remember that. I put it that one together. I don't bring that one anywhere because we're doing it, all those meetings right there in virtual. Like always before, I was with that bandy book. I don't think so that work. I know work. Check it out. Boom, 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 boom. Listen, this is another stuff. I'm an executive person. I mean, executive person, the people need to see proof of the thing. And if I don't see any result, the product, for me, no work. But at the product, we have worked a lot because I see result in everywhere, and I'm a part of that part. I really, really happy to be part of that community because the same thing and somebody doing for me, the same thing I'm doing with other people, and that's part of the life. Right now I enjoy the life, I enjoy my family, and try to spend more time with them, and that's basically all my thing.
Wow. Fantastic. So I heard you say that you have $1 million line of credit now?
Yes, I have this one, I have this one, I have that, I have that. Yeah, I have so many of that because you know what? This is another thing. Tax and legal class and this community teach me you don't have to earn money in your social security. I'm in the payroll right now in one of my ex-corp because this is one of the write-off we use to pay less taxes. But I have a lot of business line free because I have so many different entities. Okay, and that way I'm able to open one with one. I have 20 of those. That means I'm able to pull those money on it. My personal credit is perfect because this is like a credit management class teach me to order to your personal credit has to be the best. And after that, your personal credit is gonna be your trampoline to jump to the business line of credit. And that's what I used to invest. In my fix and flip project, my purchase price covered for my private money. I have a lot of people with a retirement plan account, and they're going to cover 100% the purchase price. And my line of credit helped me to pay the labor, the rehab costs, and the holding costs. And that's like I'm able to, be happy. I don't have any problem. I know fix and flip require a lot of money, but when you're able to, you have knowledge to control money for one side and the other side, and doing the deal, and everybody's going to be happy and close then, that's the most important. But yes, like.
Wow.
You know what?
Congratulations.
I want to just bring up. Lately, I've been talking to people who are talking about, there was a debate on Facebook, debit card versus credit card. I'm like, no, use a credit card to pay your bills, and then use a debit card to pay the credit card, because the banks don't give a crap if you're using a debit card, but they care a lot if you're using a credit card. And I said, eventually, if you do it this way, then you're going to get to a point where your signature becomes worth more than any bank account you have. You walk into the bank, and then they have a private room for you. And it seems like you've been able to do that. Great.
I like that one. Always when I go to the bank, oh, Mr. Lobo, Mr. Lobo, Mr. Lobo. That's super awesome because those banks, they already know we're doing business. Actually, the last check I put in the bank, my bank account was 185,000. Imagine, you know, this is not typical deposit. You know, in the daily basis, people put it right there. And always when I had those check, I feel like, okay, let me put another one in my bank account. Boom, and the teller said, oh, wow, Mr. Lobo. I know everybody gonna be friend to me because that's the kind of thing we're going to do. And, you know, it's super awesome. The other really good thing on those things is, you know, I forget to say velocity banking. I remember, you know, we purchased our home. Actually, I studied opposite because I learned one of the member of the community, one of my mentors right here, he say, borrow first your rental and after that buy your home. Okay, I followed the instruction. That's what I did. And when I purchased my personal residence, you know, I used my wife to qualify for the mortgage. We purchased that one with the FHA. The history was really powerful because I purchased that property. Supposed to be that property where I'm living right now. It was my next fix and flip project. It was the short sale, which I discount that 100 grand. And I purchased that one with 100 grand. The appraiser for the lender or my wife say, wow, but 100 grand different. Yes, don't worry, man. Yeah, this is the short sale approval. Doing, okay, perfect. We closed the deal. 3 years after, I was able to pay 178,000. I don't use money from my pocket. I use the velocity banking strategy. I remember when I go back to Rebecca, my wife, I say, listen, Rebecca, my wife is the beautiful wife, but she never be in business. She's gonna be right here in the home and everything, take care everything, but not like a business lady. Okay, I tried before to try to jump to the business, but we fired. I say, no, let's put everything separate and we continue the life like that. And when I go back to her that moment, I say, listen, Rebecca, you see this one? Okay, let me check it out. She started to see, oh, this is the mortgage statement. Yeah, this is a mortgage statement. Yeah, this is your name. Okay, but check it out, the balance. Or the balance say zero balance. And what is this one? The release of the lien. The release of the lien is the lender. They already released the lien of the property. And she was thinking and thinking and thinking. That means we don't have more mortgage? No, no more mortgage. Listen, guys, the way like Rebecca started to see me, I feel the most sexy guy in the world because she was free and clean the mortgage. And that's the another thing, you know, we have right here with that velocity banking strategy. You're going to be sexy. This is super powerful. And I pay with that strategy, auto loans. I don't have a student loan, but I have a little auto loan. You know, I bought I like Jeep Wrangler. You know, I bought those cars like a really basic. I start to put a lot of stuff. In the middle of that, in 1 year, I pay off and sell those properties. I flip houses, I flip Jeep too.
Nice.
I like that one too.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
That is beautiful.
You need your own reality show, bro.
Oh, in Spanish, yes. In Spanish, yes.
Get out of here. Yeah. All right. Well, I appreciate you, man, for giving us some time today. You're definitely fun to hang out with. It's awesome. I got to get back down to South Florida for a little bit with you. Get some of that.
Yeah, beautiful stuff, Antonio. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your contributions to our community and helping other people get their deals done. Your professionalism, everything that you do is really making a difference. So thanks for being here. Congrats again. And folks, if you like that story and you're ready to make a story of your own like that, then it's time to get back with the person who invited you here. They're linked to some amazing events for you to come and check out. There's some happening this weekend. There's some happening next weekend. There's also recordings if you don't want to wait and you just want to get caught up and you want to binge watch everything, we can get you the recordings. But there's an amazing community of investors behind you if you decide to get involved with us. So find out more, get your questions answered, set a goal, hit a target, and let's go after it. We can do this together. All you need, like Antonio talked about, is some desire. You really have to have a desire for change, and we can make some amazing things happen. Anything else you want to add to this, Scott?
No, man, definitely get back in touch with the person who invited you here. We've been doing these recordings now for a month, so there's a lot more stories to hear. If you want to, you can get a recording from them. You know, maybe they can cater something. Maybe there's somebody out there that we've already had a recording with that fits your lifestyle or maybe your background or your challenges even, and you can hear from them and maybe get inspired to join the community. We're like a real estate church, man. Like a real estate.
That's right. We take care of each other. We meet every day. and our lives are better because we're involved in each other's lives. So quit wasting time, quit looking around. You found us. Now it's time to get some more info and let's get to work. So with that, we're going to wrap this up. Thanks everybody for being here. Thanks again, Antonio. Congratulations. Have a wonderful day, everyone.
See you guys. Have a great weekend.